Once upon a time, in the land of America, a chosen Sun King named Yeager and his Queen Princess Diana, chosen by Kobe Bryant alongside the gods, but was harassed, persecuted, and rejected by humanity. Under the state of harassments and persecutions in the world and America, the gods united their powers to protect a chosen Sun King, Yeager, in the land of America, a West African son from the tribes of Bali Gam, located in Cameroon. Yeager was born by a farmer named Justine Nabum in the mountains of Boya, the tallest mountain in West Africa. Mysteriously chosen by the gods, but was harassed, persecuted, jailed, and poisoned by humanity in the land of America. An accomplice with his own government in Cameroon, his close family members, neighbors, and friends in both Cameroon and America, may be under the influence of threats, fear, or jealousy, and the love for money, to keep the chosen Sun King away from the Queen Princess Diana, and take away by force his blessings from the gods and art of creativity. His greatest superpower is the sun, and all that consists of nature, alongside his ability to create a sound of music, seducing the ears of the universe, a blessing from the gods. The chosen Sun King, Yeager, as a creator of art and beautiful sounds of music. It all started in a dream where, under the state of persecution in New Jersey and New York City, the Sun King, Yeager, had a dream where he was pulled by forces next to a fireside, surrounded by very old and ancestral people. They spoke an ancestral language, words to him, and asked him to put it down into a sound of music. As the news got into the ears and eyes of the world and America through artificial intelligence about Yeager's supernatural powers, his creative sound of music, and basketball skills mentored by a god named Kobe Bryant, who played his last 60 points NBA game on Yeager's birthday. And guess what? Surprisingly, Hollywood, the NBA, and even the logo that doesn't even move became questionable. The Nike organization, the Jordan brand, and the arsenal behind the Jordan brand, Louis Vuitton, the United Kingdom, the Russians, Rome, and France, not excluding aggressive LGBTQ groups and aggressive Christian groups in New Jersey New York, and Maryland, not excluding women of all races, especially the blue eyes. They all began to harass Yeager with conditions even to make a living, persecute Yeager, and poison him to destroy his hair and render him gray and older than his age. In accomplice with some of his close family members in Bali Gam and Longkak neighborhood in Yaoundé, in Cameroon, may be under the influence of threats, fear, or jealousy and love for money, to put Yeager through hell in the hands of the persecutors in America, the white supremacist devils. But Yeager was focused on finding his Queen Princess Diana, as instructed and written by the gods, including following the instructions of his spiritual mentor Kobe Bryant, who returned to protect Yeager in America after life. Given the Queen Princess Diana was kidnapped by her family, with her mother Marina, Ambo, and family members secretly receiving money from the persecutors to destroy Yeager in exchange for his Queen Princess Diana, including Yeager's music and basketball work of art, given by the god himself, Kobe Bean Bryant. Yeager was the best basketball player of his generation from Cameroon and a shooting coach to many others, including Joel Embiid from the 76ers. The persecutors wanted to know the secrets of Yeager's superpower, so they secretly implanted artificial intelligence, AI, in his brain, a virus, a technology meant to read his mind. In accomplice with his people and family in Bali Gam and Longkak neighborhood in Yaoundé, Cameroon, including Diana's family members, assisting the Americans and the aggressors to steal and own all the secrets of his creative sound of music and gift from the gods. And eventually, with artificial intelligence secretly implanted in Yeager's brain, they truly discovered that the gods were secretly talking to him. So they were able to read all the images and signs that the gods were telling the chosen son King Yeager, with the help of some African American celebrities and even some African celebrities, including Cameroon, white supremacists from the United Kingdom, America, Russia, and France began to offer Yeager money in exchange for his Queen Princess Diana, and music with the use of force and torture to sell out a chosen kingdom from Cameroon by his own people. Given Yeager's patience and observation, they began to harass him, including conditions to even make a living, persecute and poison Yeager, to render him old and gray looking, rendering him jobless as a teacher of foreign languages, and eventually homeless in the land of America 8 times just within 10 years, preventing Yeager from all his financial resources unless he abandons his Queen Princess Diana for other women in exchange for money in America, London, France, and so much more, who wanted Yeager for his musical art and the secrets of the gods on earth at all cost, while secretly funding Diana's mother, Marina Ambo, and her family to kidnap Diana away from her son King Yeager, depriving the Queen Princess Diana from the love that she deserves. Some celebrities, like Beyonce, known as the Queen of Bees, determined to define what love is to the chosen Sun King Yeager, rather than letting the chosen Sun King follow his heart and instruction from Kobe Bean Bryant alongside the gods, not excluding Jay-Z, also known as the Book of Hove, and of course the Rockefeller Center and the Lincoln Center. The Queen of Bees, alongside Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, and Bill Gates, Nikes, and their arsenals, were determined to kidnap Queen Princess Diana from her mother, Marina Ambo, in exchange for a couple of dollars, and take away Yeager's work of art, no different from what they did to Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, DMX, Tupac, and so much more. You can name the rest. The Kardashians, Victoria, Beckham, Adele, and Paris Hilton were all determined to invade every continent of planet Earth to have control of the chosen Sun King Yeager and his creative sound of music, and force him to abandon his chosen Queen Princess Diana, or destroy him to the grave with the use of artificial intelligence viruses to render him old and gray looking than his real age. 50 Cent, also known as the Gorilla or the G Unit of New York City, and Denzel Washington, the middleman, terror, equalizer to Yeager, assisting white supremacist devils to take away and snatch away Yeager's Queen Princess and his beautiful work of art. Halle Berry and Janet Jackson at the mountain peak, watching every step of torture of the chosen Sun King Yeager. Chris Brown and the arsenal funding him were doing everything possible to smuggle and steal from Yeager and render him hairless and gray rather than just being himself. LeBron James, also known as a chosen king from Cleveland, sat in his golden chair and purple crown from the Los Angeles Lakers, a house built by a god named Kobe Bryant. He was watching the son of God, Kobe Bryant, go through torture, pain, and homelessness with the use of artificial intelligence, viruses, to make Yeager lose his hair, funded by white supremacist devils to satisfy their insecurities, to have them benefit from Yeager's work using unethical means or methods, not excluding the Jordan brand, Melo Anthony, not excluding the Professor, known for his N1 mixtape, and his partner in crime, Woody Harrelson, implicating Iggy Azalea, the Australian rapper. The greatest investment the NBA and Hollywood have made was to render the chosen SunKing, Yeager, hairless and gray. No need for any proofs. Just look at the existence of the greatest ones in the game of basketball, all razored with the use of artificial intelligence viruses or COVID-19 viruses. How can a system tolerate the use of such viruses? The use of such viruses by anybody must be punishable by life imprisonment or even death penalty to make the world a better place for all. The list goes on with Wesley Snipes and Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Brady, Ronaldo Cristiano, the Portuguese football striker, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart, Mike Tyson, and all in to take down Yeager and render him hairless and gray, older than his age. Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, and Celine Dion, the I Am, were all determined to have Yeager and his creative secrets from the gods, or else torture him to death unless he abandons his QueenPrincess Diana to satisfy the desires of their white supremacist funders. What Yeager has known as the white supremacist devils, all funded by white supremacist devils, no different from what Kobe Bean Bryant and Gianna went through. The list goes on with Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Fat Joe, and Sean Combs, but known as Puff Daddy, not excluding the hidden folks funding their activities, who were determined to torture Yeager and render him hairless, gray, and homeless. Given Yeager patience on both male and female sex scandals Puff Daddy had going on the news, not excluding harassing Yeager with women. Here comes the funders like Ray Dalio, Mark Cuban, Damon John, Robert Herjavec, and the entire Shark Tank, and finally Derek Whitehead, known as the Unstoppable Funders, not excluding the unstoppable Grant Cardone and Russell Brunson, known for his ClickFunnels, with Jeff Bezos and the Amazon, determined to destroy the 8 plus 24 equals 81 brand with the use of artificial intelligence by food poisoning to get every information about Yeager's activities. The list goes on with Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Johnson The Rock, were all determined to render the chosen SunKing hairless and gray, to snatch his QueenPrincess Diana and his creative sound of music by force, funded by the white supremacist devils. Jennifer Lopez, Alicia Keys, Rihanna, Lala Anthony, Sylvester Stallone, Matthew McConaughey, without forgetting Master P, were all determined to take from Yeager by unethical use of force and torture and poisoning what they had no idea how it came about, not excluding Mark Wahlberg alongside the municipal, Ben Affleck's, Nicole Kidman. The list goes on with Helen DeGeneres, Jimmy Fallon, and KK, Meryl Streep, George Clooney, also known as the Italian Mafia, as experienced by Yeager, was determined to kick Yeager out of the land of America, so he loses all his benefits and pensions contributed over his lifetime hard work in America. Powered by Elon Musk, Google, and the police departments in New Jersey, Mount Holly, New York City, Maryland, and eventually Florida. The list goes on with Charlize Theron and Hannah Wadenberg, were determined to have the chosen SunKing Yeager bow before their charming crown of beauty, or be bound to destruction with AI viruses. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and the Avengers United, all trying to separate what the gods have chosen, including the NBA and Los Angeles Lakers, executed by Shaquille O'Neal, and many more, doing the impossible to keep Yeager away from his Queen Princess Diana, such as bullying, threats, torture, and poisoning with AI bacteria and viruses to destroy Yeager and keep him away from all his financial accesses, including jobs, if he doesn't give up into the hands of the Hollywood women for money, or give up his music and eventually give up to the Avengers, not excluding the omniscient King Charles of the United Kingdom and his sons Prince William and Prince Harry, who thought the appearance of Queen Princess Diana was the return of Lady Diana of England, a beautiful queen in the history of England. So they wanted Queen Princess Diana from Yeager at all costs, including rewriting and misrepresenting the story of Yeager, making it a white supremacist or demi-Moors, with Charles of England overseeing every torture of the chosen SunKing Yeager through artificial intelligence implanted in Yeager's body by food poisoning, with the help of the police departments, his closest neighbors in America and Cameroon, his own brother Boumacar, aiming to sell away or destroy Yeager and his Queen Princess Diana, including his creative sound of music. Buckingham Palace was determined to destroy a kingdom chosen by the gods, alongside Kobe Bean Bryant from West Africa. He was willing to destroy and separate Yeager from his family and his oppressed black African servants in Cameroon were determined to execute his plans accordingly, all the way to the tribe of Baligam in Cameroon. Just history repeating itself. Russia and President Vladimir Putin came out with mighty war jets to threaten Yeager if he doesn't yield to his demands on Queen Princess Diana in relations to the blue eyes of Russia. Jensen Huang, owner of NVIDIA, a company specialized in artificial intelligence AI viruses, or as regular people call it, the COVID-19 viruses, backed up by the Chinese government, with his partner Elon Musk at the forefront or the face of Tesla and AI, promoting the illegal use of artificial intelligence or AI, COVID, to obtain information from Yeager's brain. Elon Musk showed up with the latest update of his Tesla truck and space rockets to impress Yeager in demand for his Queen Princess Diana, or else the use of pain and torture for his agenda, including preventing Yeager from his hard-earned money and unemployment benefits in America with the use of AI, artificial intelligence viruses, implanted in Yeager's body by food poisoning in America, both in America and Cameroon, using his neighbors and the Cameroonians along or around Yeager. A behavior no different from his ancestors who stole that piece of technology or AI technology he is now using as a tool for homicide, especially on the African population and the rest of the world. With this said, the existence of Adolf Hitler compared to Elon Musk and Jensen Huang from China, supported by France and the United Kingdom, became questionable. Did Adolf Hitler predict the future and wanted to prevent what's happening right now with AI or artificial intelligence viruses? No different from COVID viruses or COVID-19? But of course, the victors condemned him. If the world does not come together to condemn the existence of these folks, then the gods will prevail. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump, and of course, President Obama, who was pressured by the demands of the white supremacist devils. They were all determined to snatch Yeager's creative sound of music and kidnap his chosen QueenPrincess Diana, not excluding the New York Yankees owner Patrick Beverley, threatening the chosen SunKing Yeager to be the first to invade the privacy of QueenPrincess Diana, without excluding Chris Cuomo from the NBC News, advising Yeager to give up all his creative sound of music. As Donald Trump threatened to confiscate and tow away Yeager's car while in Florida, as Yeager prepared to visit Cameroon under the state of persecution. The chosen SunKing was shocked by the behavior of humanity. Such behavior from leaders should be punishable by life imprisonment, and why not death penalty? AI viruses has killed billions in the world. Rome and the Pope, including violent Christian groups who persecuted Yeager in New Jersey, like Urban Promise in Camden, Burlington Township Middle School, Brett DeNovi and Associates, Rowan College in Mount Laurel, including the police department in Mount Holly, New Jersey, the Cameroon Embassy in Washington, D.C., the Baltimore County Corrections Facility, Spring Grove Hospital in Baltimore County, the Enoch Pratt Library in Maryland, the UPS in Laurel, Maryland, Newtown High School in Baltimore County, the Unemployment Benefits Insurance in Baltimore County, LA Fitness on Rancerstown Road in Baltimore County, the Bambi HR Company, Best Buy at Owens Mills, not excluding DoorDash when Yeager was rendered jobless, not excluding Expedia, the air flight, not excluding M&T Bank in Essex, Baltimore, and InkFile, monitored by a phone network provider called Metro by T-Mobile, using AI, also with the help of AI viruses, by food poisoning. They were determined to disable Yeager to the last dime and render him homeless, hairless, if he does not yield to the harassments of Hollywood women and oppressors, including giving up his creative sound of music to the Demi Moores and white supremacist agenda, not excluding Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and their white supremacist funders, with the help of Yeager's family, friends, and very close neighbors, as they poisoned Yeager with AI viruses to destroy his body and hair and render him gray. Some of the major black women in Hollywood I know had one mission: to destroy the body of a child chosen by the gods, and have his chosen Queen Princess Diana serve the goals and desires of their Hollywood white supremacist funders and the United Kingdom. The Lion King president Paul Biya in Cameroon and his sons George Baongala, Etophils, or what they call in French Etophis, and his arsenal in Cameroon were determined to satisfy the demands of the persecutors or white supremacist devils, to torture and keep the SunKing Yeager away from his Queen Princess Diana, with the help of artificial intelligence viruses implanted by food poisoning in his own family and closest neighbors in Longcac neighborhood in Yaoundé, also powered by the Cameroon Basketball League, the Longcac Basketball Association, monitored by MTN and Camtel Mobile Network in Cameroon, Yaoundé. Not even the Human Rights Commission in Cameroon or the United States and the Interpol police in Cameroon or the Ministry of External Relations in Cameroon could stop the White House, Hollywood, the NBA, and others from interfering with the collection of Yeager's passport from the Cameroon Embassy in Washington, D.C., and his unemployment benefits at the Unemployment Benefit Agency in Maryland, to prevent Yeager from his financial benefits, Not even these organizations named could help Jäger or stop these aggressors from interfering with Jäger's life. In addition, the Cameroon embassy in Washington, D.C., instead of helping Jäger, who drove from New Jersey to Washington, D.C. for justice, but the embassy refused Jäger accommodation, rejected his claim, and had him arrested at the embassy parking lot in his car for 7 days, seeking justice at the Cameroon embassy. Jäger spent 2 days in the cells of Washington, D.C. and was released by the judge after Jäger stood up to defend his case, with the judge declaring that the national has the right to seek justice in his embassy. With Jäger back to the embassy after release, just to realize that his car was towed from the embassy parking lot and was left homeless in an extreme cold winter without a home or even his car. While Jäger was in Yaoundé as he moved from America, the Loncac Basketball Organization or Association in Jäger's neighborhood and some close family members from the tribe of Baligam and Loncac neighborhood friends and neighbors were all determined to poison the chosen SunKing Jäger, funded by the oppressors in America and violent Christian devils funding at the backstage, who were determined to render Jäger moneyless or without money and had him go days without food, in addition to food poisoning with artificial intelligence AI viruses or COVID viruses, unless he accepts Jesus as his Savior, as they collaborate with the American devils and Rome and London, implemented by the police departments and as executed by Africans or Cameroonians close to Jäger, not excluding aggressive homosexuals and LGBTQ vampires agenda, determined to suck the blood out of the chosen SunKing Jäger or render him homeless and hairless and gray by food poisoning with artificial intelligence virus in New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Florida. An AI virus meant to control all his activities on their computers and phones, all monitored and protected by the police departments in New York, New Jersey, in Mount Holly, Maryland, in Baltimore County, Randallstown, and Florida, Jacksonville, Orange County. They were so determined to destroy the chosen SunKing Jäger and render him hairless and gray by food poisoning to keep him away from his chosen QueenPrincess Diana, so much that the gods and Jäger fell in love with their very own creation, Diana. Rendering the chosen SunKing hairless was the greatest investment the oppressors like the NBA, the White House, and Hollywood have made by food poisoning in America for the past 8 years, and all the way back to his tribe, Baligam and Longkak neighborhood in Yaoundé, Cameroon. For the SunKing Yeager used his hair to generate strength from the sun and sense information using the winds and other aspects of nature. Humanity was determined to make the SunKing Yeager look hairless and old before the eyes of his chosen QueenPrincess Diana through food poisoning with artificial intelligence virus or COVID virus. For his charm and beauty was a natural gift from the gods, just like his spiritual father, God Kobe Bean Bryant. With all these bullying, threats, and torture erupting from Hollywood, the NBA, the White House, and others, especially when the Queen of Bees persistently threatened the chosen SunKing, that same night, God Kobe Bean Bryant appeared in his dreams, advising Yeager to visit Cameroon and his QueenPrincess Diana. In that dream, Kobe and Yeager were talking and taking a walk in Yeager's neighborhood called Longkak in Cameroon, with God Kobe Bryant taking shots on the streets while walking and bumping on Yeager's shoulder, but without a basketball. When Yeager asked God Kobe that, hey, you're not supposed to be here, but Kobe Bryant smiled at him and offered to buy candies for QueenPrincess Diana while in Longkak neighborhood. All happening in the dream. Yeager began questioning why God Kobe would come back for the third time to protect him. But then he realized that it all started as a joke. When Kobe Bryant played his last 60 points NBA game on Yeager's birthday, April 13th. With Yeager's life in danger, in the hands of humanity, in America, and eventually all the way to his tribe, Baligam, then Longkak in Yaoundé, Cameroon, due to external threats, fear, or jealousy and love for money. Surprisingly, all the animals, living creatures, and features of the earth he encountered, like the birds, the cats, the dogs, the deers, the flies, the mosquitoes, the chickens, the lizards, the squirrels, the frogs, the clouds, the winds, the stars, the thunders, the sun, the moon, and so much more you won't believe. They all began to protect, serve, acknowledge, and guide Yeager alongside the gods like Kobe Bean Bryant, his father, and his late sister. Alongside his ancestors, including his spiritual mentor, Kobe Bean Bryant, who came back in his dreams 3 times and even more to guide and protect Yeager. The first time God Kobe Bryant appeared in his dreams, he whispered this equation into his ears. 8 plus 24 equals 81, meaning something the world could not understand. As Yeager was innocently jailed in Baltimore County and fasted 13 to 21 days, on day 21, God Kobe Bryant came back to protect and guide Yeager in America from the destructions and evil plans of humanity. The white supremacist devils meant to poison and destroy Yeager and render him hairless and old in the lands of America, and all the way to his tribe in Cameroon, and keep Yeager away from his Queen Princess Diana, to steal away his blessings gifted by the gods. But the SunKing Yeager kept on fighting, putting smiles on every faces along his way, even in the mountains of the Hollywoods, ruled by evil, in the land of Los Angeles, or what is known as the City of Angels. But how was this stranger, or strange West African son called Yeager, from the tribes of Baligam, and his Queen Princess Diana, mysteriously chosen by the gods? And why, or how, did he even blend and became one with the sun? Why would he even think of himself as a SunKing? What is the mystery hiding behind it? What really happened with Yeager's late father, named Columbus Nuit Core, and the White House in a dream, when Yeager was innocently jailed and fasted 21 days to see his father Columbus Nuit Core? What really happened? Why did his father appear to him? And what did he really tell him? What a mystery to discover. To answer this question, when jail officers in Baltimore County and City unsuccessfully failed to sexually assault Yeager, he fasted 21 days in the jails of Baltimore County Corrections because of food poisoning, all monitored by the authorities and the celebrities. On day 21 fasting, Yeager found himself in a dream, transitioning between the living and the dead. Yeager, realizing that he was dead, as he was flying around the White House, angry at what America and the White House had done to him. Yeager flew up to the sun, trying to sacrifice himself to the heat of the sun, but realized that the sun could not burn him, but instead Yeager felt super strengthened by the sun, as the sun and Yeager blended to become one. That was the birth of a chosen Sun God King, or a Sun God. As Yeager embraced his full strength from the sun, he flew back to earth and stroked the White House, creating a landslide of volcano across the White House, almost splitting the earth into two. Watching the White House members sink into the volcano, Yeager flew himself back to the sun for strength. Coming back to earth at the speed of light, That's when his father Columbus New Call appeared to him for the first time, with his right hand on Yeager's right shoulder, telling him, "Don't worry, my son. The second strike will shatter the earth. Go back to your mother," as he disappeared with a smile on his face, with Yeager begging him to stay or taking Yeager with him. Still in a dream, Yeager's late cousin, Patricia Natbum, appeared to him, holding the hand of his Queen Princess Diana. Then she kissed Yeager on his forehead and disappeared. Then 3 days later, Yeager was freed from jail, after he stood up as his own lawyer, given his chosen lawyers to defend Yeager wanted him to accept guilt and insanity before the judge, to have Yeager sent to a mental health hospital aiming to protect the White House, Hollywood, the NBA, and police departments, including the Cameroon Embassy in Washington, D.C. Yeager was then freed by the judge without compensation, but just apologies on behalf of the state of Maryland, and left homeless again for the 7th time in America during a very cold and snowy winter, with friends and family unwilling to help, but just Yeager and his cold winter boots to raise himself. With Yeager back to Cameroon, Yaoundé, his Queen Princess Diana was kidnapped for so long in Cameroon by Americans until her face manifested in the clouds, a mystery on Yeager's birthday on April 13, 2024. The gods and every aspect of nature all united to manifest a beautiful face of an ancient goddess in the clouds, staring right at the face of Yeager on his birthday, April 13, 2024. In addition, on the birthday of Queen Princess Diana, October 11th, 2024, the devils, alongside the Queen of Bees and Bill Gates and many more, influenced Queen Princess Diana's mother, named Marina Ambo, and her family, including my family and even the closest neighbors in Longcat, not excluding Ethiopians, to kidnap Diana away from her chosen son King Yeager on her birthday in Yaoundé. And consequently, the next day, Mother Nature rained almost the whole day, no different from the tears of the Queen Princess Diana, disrupting their basketball game at Longcat neighborhood. After returning to Cameroon 10 years being in America, for the chosen SunKing to finally meet his chosen Queen Princess Diana from her vicious and captive family, Marina and Bo, he had to summon the living creatures and features of the earth, like the birds, the cats, the dogs, the deers, the flies, the mosquitoes, the chickens, the lizards, the squirrels, the frogs, the clouds, the rains, the trees, the winds, the stars, the thunders, the sun, and even the moon, and so much more you won't even imagine, just to meet his Queen Princess for the first time. And each time Jaeger and his Queen Princess Diana met, all the living creatures and features of the earth, including the humans around, could acknowledge the love that the gods have bonded together. The Queen Princess Diana felt so lovely and felt like she could own anything she wanted in the universe next to her chosen SunKing, Jaeger. It was like the ocean and the earth united along the waves of the seashore with bubbles of love, though she felt terrorized by the presence of her jealous and evil mother. Stay tuned for the full story of the SunKing Jaeger and his Queen Princess Diana, chosen by the gods alongside Kobe Bryant, but harassed, persecuted, and poisoned by humanity. Betrayed by his own people and government in Cameroon, including Cameroon Embassy in DC, his own friends and close family members, his own blood brother named Boumacore from the same father, and his children. In ancient tribes, Bouma will mean god of war. In ancient Egyptian myth, it was like Horus, the lord of the air, and his brother Seth, the god of war, who, out of maybe jealousy or external threats from the violent Christian devils in America and American celebrities from Hollywood, the NBA, and Buckingham Palace, were determined to destroy the chosen SunKing Jaeger by food poisoning with artificial intelligence viruses to render him hairless and gray, persecuting Jaeger into the religion of the aggressors, funded by the aggressors in America, who were after Jaeger's life just because he has been chosen by the gods. The oppressors associated with Longcat neighborhoods, close neighbors, friends, and my brother Boumacore to stop Jaeger from all his finances he worked for in America, and portray him as a mentally sick person with the use of artificial intelligence through food poisoning, an activity that has been happening within my family, the Boumacours. The aggressive Christians, devils, were determined to destroy Jaeger and render him hairless and gray just because he has been chosen by the gods and not humanity. My brother Boumacore might have been furious and jealous because the gods blessed a child, his own brother, he mistreated at age 11. Boumacore told him, "I am not your father, but your brother. Your name is Jaeger and not Boumacore." Jaeger felt bad and disconnected and understood why he was treated differently and abandoned to fetch for himself most often. Though Jaeger was comforted by his talent and basketball, Should Yeager blame his brother Bumacor, or the aggressive American celebrities and violent Christians in America? Only the gods can tell. For him and his close family members who worked for him, Bumacor made it a daily habit to poison Yeager with artificial intelligence virus in exchange for money from the American celebrities and violent Christian groups. In other words, they were selling me out, or selling Yeager or the chosen SunKing out for money and to sex slavery, aiming to separate Yeager away from Queen Princess Diana and destroy his face and hair with AI viruses to satisfy the desires and insecurities of the evil American celebrities, the homosexuals, and violent Christian groups. A country of the great ones like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, Prince, Martin Luther King, JFK, Whitney Houston, DMX, Tupac, and you can name the rest. My brother Bumacor and his son, and the rest, who have also been victimized with artificial intelligence viruses by the close neighbors in Longcack and the President Paul Biya's administration, were determined to victimize the chosen SunKing Yeager and kidnap his chosen Queen Princess Diana, funded by the white supremacist devils to satisfy the vampires. Bumacor and his children, including his number one first son and the close neighbors, flooded Yeager's bedroom of food with AI, artificial intelligence viruses, bacteria, or COVID-19 viruses to serve the same white supremacists who murdered God Kobe Bryant. Buckingham Palace and its tools in America. Serving the aggressive American celebrities to keep me away from my finances and eventually my chosen Queen Princess Diana, and even the children of God Kobe Bryant who came for my rescue. And those responsible for this would be Vanessa Bryant, pressured by the Los Angeles Lakers organization, Nike, Donald Trump, and other members of the White House. The white supremacists were using Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa Bryant, to mislead Yeager with the instructions that was given him by God Kobe Bryant, her late husband. The scramble for a couple of dollars, jealousy, and hate for Yeager from some of his close neighbors in Longcack neighborhood as to why Yeager pushed them to fall into the control of the American devils, the white supremacists who murdered God Kobe Bryant. The devils were determined to destroy the SunKing, chosen by God Kobe Bryant, using his own family, the Bumacors, his close friends, and classmates, including close neighbors. The devils searched into my roots, into the roots of Yeager, and found jealousy and hate in some of my friends and family members who were willing to sacrifice a chosen son by Kobe Bryant and the gods for money. A people who kill and murder for a living with the use of artificial intelligence in the name of religion to serve the white supremacist devils in exchange for money. This story is not a science fiction. This is a true story of Yeager, the chosen SunKing and his Queen Princess Diana, a kingdom chosen from West Africa in Cameroon. This story must not be misrepresented. It must be told as it is, so we can all look at the mirror and see the reflection of ourselves, either to make the world a better place or make it worse. We have the choice to follow the ways of the gods or the ways of the devils. Whatever choice we make, let the gods prevail. Yeager must write and produce the story as it is, so that even if humanity takes him out or kills him, he would rather die as a sun god and bring justice upon the earth. Yeager would rather settle with the gods and bring justice upon the earth than bow to the filthiness of humanity. Stay tuned for the full movie of the chosen SunKing Yeager and Queen Princess Diana, written and produced by Yeager Ernest, aka Yeager Cole Bryant. And if after a month you don't hear from me on social media, know that just like God, Kobe Bryant, or my father Kobe Bryant, the devils of Buckingham Palace, the White House, China, Russia have killed me with the help of the use of artificial intelligence viruses by my own people from and in Cameroon, all the way from my tribe, Baligam, by my own family and brother, Bumakor, his children and close family members, surrounded by close neighbors like the Zibi family, the Manga family, the Batibona family, the Momha family, the Jafaru family, the Sapgui family, the Ntamak family, the Buga family, and others around, serving the violent and the Western religious devils for money, and wanted to kick the chosen SunKing Yeager out of Yaoundé, Cameroon, under the close observation of President Paul Biya and his administration. Etofis, the NBA, Hollywood, the White House, Buckingham Palace, Louis Vuitton, Nike's, the Lakers organization, and even Le Coq Sportif in France, then China, and so much more. In other words, Yaoundé or Cameroon was just too small for President Paul Biya, Etofis, and Yeager to live within. As his Queen Princess Diana was kidnapped by them, not excluding the major members of the Longkak Basketball Association and the Basketball League in Cameroon, funded by the White House, the NBA, Nike, Jordan Brand, LeBron James Brand, and the White House supremacists funding him. Hollywood, France, and so much more. Their number one goal was to disable Yeager financially and have control of his chosen son, Queen Princess Diana. The devil's goal was to isolate the chosen SunKing, Yeager, from his Queen Princess Diana with the help of his people and government in Cameroon, so the devils can have possession of his Queen Princess Diana. Yeager, the chosen SunKing, and his Queen Princess Diana, not by humanity, but by Kobe Bryant alongside the gods. The full movie and written books of Yeager and his Queen Princess Diana to be told or to be updated. For this was just a preview about the chosen SunKing and his Queen Princess Diana. I am Yeager, and this story is written and produced by Yeager, so that the evil surrounding this world do not write it before me or rewrite story the wrong way, just as they did with the African history. As Yeager is currently producing this story, a real-life story, let the world understand and let the universe understand that Yeager has been cut from all possible finances, even his own benefits in the United States of America, and left without any financial resources to bring light to darkness that exists in this world. I am Yeager, the chosen SunKing by the gods and not humanity. And if the universe feels the need to support Yeager and his Queen Princess Diana and the production of this story, visit my link on the bio on my social media platform. Yeager, the chosen SunKing, and his Queen Princess Diana. For this story was solely produced by Yeager.